going on, y'all? Damian Washington here with MS Views Now. We're here just working to build community out here in the multiple sclerosis community because it can be kind of lonely, the trail that we're on, and we have each other together. And that's what makes it a little less lonely sometimes when you have good people around you. So, hello and welcome. And this illustrious guest I have with me right here, Coach Trevor Wicken, founder of the MS Gym. Hello and welcome, Coach.
What's up, Damian? Yes, I've never been called illustrious before, so I feel kind of honored that you're the first person to ever call me illustrious.
Only the most,
I feel kind of sparkly right now.
only the most illustrious guest on my program, any program I'm gonna be on.
Let's
So
do
you
it.
founded the MS Gym, right?
Mhm.
What is the MS Gym for folks who don't know?
So the MS Gym is the is an online platform where we teach people how to move right. We teach people how to strengthen their mindset. We educate people about how your brain works, how your body works, how MS works, how it try to sabotage you, and the things that you can do to really counteract MS. And the most dynamic, impactful feature of what we do is we build community. We build relationships as a family so that, like Damian says, so you don't have to be alone. You don't have to feel alone. Like every single person that is in our world, I want them to feel heard, accepted, understood, and above all, loved. Because a lot of times MS can be lonely, it can be dark, it can be confusing, it's just kind of one of those things where you don't feel like you're really in anybody's world. But I wanted to create a world for people with MS that they literally felt like they were coming home to family every time they logged in and popped in. And my life has changed because of all the people I've met, and I know there's lives changing all over the place now. So it's pretty cool. I get to do this every day.
Wow. Now that's pretty much why we needed to have you as a guest because you do phenomenal work and you put out good energy for folk to say, you know what, today is going to be different. Even if it's not going to be a huge difference, if it's that much difference, I will take it because you
Yeah,
need a whole bunch of those little moments to equal that and
correct.
to equal this. That's what your program does by far, far and away the best that I've ever seen it in
Thank you.
the space and the best period. It's just comprehensive and it's
Mhm.
interactive, and you do what you do very well, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Your words mean a lot. Because
Yeah.
I,
Okay. So you've got this whole gym thing going on, like where you have people sort of like, all right, I have my phone. I'm gonna figure this out, and you show people how to do things. Like, talk to me about certain things that people can do at home to implement some of these things and kind of get moving again.
yeah. So it kind of depends on, real honestly, where you're at. I mean, a lot of fitness programs, exercise programs, both in person and online, I feel kind of fail the person with MS because they expect the person with MS to fit into and kind of conform to their imposed demands on them, right? And what we do at the MS Gym is like there's so many options. Like we want to meet you where you're at right now. If you haven't been exercising, it's like I'm not going to ask you to all of a sudden start exercising for an hour because it's going to blow you out. Your brain's not going to like it. Your symptoms are going to freak out. So, like Damian just said, this is a game of inches. This is a game of minutes. This is a game of repetition. And if what you need is 5 minutes of exercise a day just to start feeling confident in your body again, we have that for you. We have free resources on YouTube and on Instagram, which is where Damian found us. And they're free. Like we have so much free content because I made it a mission. Like obviously, we're a business and we need to be a profitable business and a profitable community so we can give back more. But at the same time, I wanted to provide pardon, a ton of free content because no, not everybody's ready. They're not ready to commit. They're not ready to get in. They're just testing the waters to be like, I've tried exercise before and it failed me. I tried PT before, it worked, but then I kind of backslid. So the main thing that you need to focus on when you start moving is really ask yourself kind of like, where am I at? Where am I at mentally? How much time can I really commit in a day? How much effort and belief do I really have? And if you just have a little bit, then commit a little bit. If you have a medium amount, hit it. If you're ready to go all in and go, then like that's what our paid for membership site is for. And you get tapped into the community and a bunch of structured programs. And me, you get my personal attention through a Facebook group and all kinds of stuff. So the biggest thing you can start doing is do something, right? This is not an all or nothing game. As my wife Misty said, she coined this amazingly, right? It's an all or something game. You either all in today and you feel awesome, or maybe you just need to do some breath work today, some breathing work today, because you just need to chill out. You just need to de-stress. You just need to get your mind right. Maybe you just need to listen to some mindset training, or you just need to listen to some training on your brain. Like, why is this happening to me? What is happening inside my body? Because a lot of times what I found, like I'm a born educator. That's what I love to do. The more I educate
And
people and
you're good at
explain,
it. You're really good at it.
thanks, dude. The more I explain how your body works, how MS disrupts that, and how we can get back to it functioning well again through the power of neuroplastic change, people just kind of start to have this like, okay, I don't feel like I'm in the dark anymore. I don't feel like I'm this victim being beat on by MS and I'm just in this defensive mode. I am armed with information. I am armed with a program. I am armed with a coach and a community that now I feel safe deciding and navigating what I need right now. And that's what we're all about. It's not about me and what I want for you. It's about me providing resources and then you deciding where you fit into those resources and where you want to get started.
I think that's pretty much what makes content like yours special. Content like what we're doing here at MS Views and News special. Wherever you are, we are going to show up where you are and be there for you. I know you have a goal. I have a goal too. And I'm not going to be less than myself because I'm not at my goal right now. I'm going
Right.
to be my biggest, best self wherever I am. So, like you say, if you can only get 5 minutes of exercise in, that's what you're gonna get. And
Yeah.
maybe next week you'll get 7 in, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
This is a game of inches, and
Exactly.
I think the people need to, folks, when we're dealing with such a insidious thing like MS, just realize that it's a game of inches, and maybe we won't get to where we want to be next month, but we definitely won't get there if we're not doing the small steps all
Right.
day, every day, you know?
Yeah. And you
So
make a good point. Oh, go ahead. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, you go.
I go. I was just going to say, you make a really good point, Damian. Is it like you can't wrap your identity up in your results. Like I tell people, like focus on the daily effort, not the results that you're looking for, right? Because a lot, and just it's human nature. Like we want it all. We want it all right now. We're desperate. Like you guys, a lot of you guys on average, like 5 to 15, 20 years of being beaten down by MS. Like you just want it over. Like your soul is weary. Your body's tired. And it's like, oh, can I just get one day of relief, right? And the thing is that if you switch your mindset to working on each day, like doing what you can each day, receiving that, loving yourself for that, giving yourself a break and being gentle on yourself for what you didn't accomplish, what that does is it lowers the stress levels in your body. You don't set these unrealistic expectations, and your body will actually start to partner, your brain will actually start to partner with you better instead of it constantly being this resistance and this fight. It becomes more of a fluid activity together, and medicine or movement really does start to become your medication for the day. It's just like a cancer patient. You go in for chemotherapy over 6 months. Nobody's expecting cancer to be cured in one treatment. Therefore, you should not expect MS to be counteracted in 1 week. So the thing is that like you just want to keep accepting and receiving all that medicine, that movement, that mindset, that education, that community medicine each day, because that cumulative effect starts to change the way that your brain processes, change the way that you think, change the way that your body moves, and really starts to change your perception of your world around you, which I know Damian digs. I've listened to him, like he's all about creating your space and creating your own reality. And that's what we're here for. We're here to change your narrative inside here from I don't know if I can to hell yeah, why not me? And that's what we're all
Why not?
about. Voila.
So you have you touched on the mindset and all these things, but earlier we were talking. You were telling me about how certain, like not even how the brain is wired, but like threat buckets and how the body has to talk to me about this.
Absolutely. So your brain's number one job is survival, right? Number one job on the planet is keeping you alive. Okay. And when you have a massive neurologic trauma like MS, your body is constantly in a state of defense, constantly in a state of just trying to protect itself, right? And your symptoms that you have are related to the lesions in your body. However, a lot of times the lesions in your nervous system make your brain feel like, I don't know how to use my foot. I don't know how to stand up straight. I don't know how to breathe well. I don't know how to see well. And those become immense threats to your survival. And so when like it's easier and it's more safe to move slower or not to move at all for your brain. And your brain governs all. If you have a body that cannot function well, your brain's not going to let you go walk, let you go run, let you go climb, right? It may not even allow you to sit up. Now, those are the physical challenges, right? The physical assault is MS. But what else comes with it, right? We know that it's not just MS against you. With MS becomes a lot of psychological issues, right? You get depressed, you get anxious, you may get angry, you may get frustrated, you may become cynical, you may become just bitter. You may just kind of become lonely. You're like, why is this happening to me, right? And all of that stuff is perceived as threat in your brain as well on an equal level of intensity. So I want you to think about, like, you can even think about like a coffee mug like this, right? So all mama wants is a silent night, right?
Me, give me a
Right. So
silent night,
a
child. That's
silent
all
night,
I
baby.
want.
So every single time that you have an MS flare up or a new lesion starts to affect you, that's pouring what's called threat into that cup, right? If you have an argument with your spouse and you feel like you're a burden on them, you pour more threat in the coffee cup. If all of a sudden your doctor's like, that's great that you're doing stuff, but you're only going to get worse. Boom, you pour more in this. Let's say you lose your job. Boom, pour more in this. Let's say you don't qualify for disability. Boom, you pour more in this. Let's say like you went out and you were with a bunch of friends and all of a sudden you wet your pants because of bladder control. Boom, threat bucket. You don't feel like an adult anymore. You literally feel like you're having your freedom taken. Well, eventually this threat bucket is going to get so full that this is all that your brain is focused on is managing this threat. So you cannot do anything. It has no more room to try and learn a new way to move when it's already full of just trying to survive. So your best bet is to lower that threat bucket. Okay. Lower that threat bucket. And the best way to do that is number one, working on your mindset by filling yourself with positive affirmations, positive information, positive community, positive influencers like Damian and good communities like MS Views and all that, or like the MS Gym or whatever. Like you need to surround yourself with people who get you, who understand you, who have been there, done that, like walking through it with you. Because when you feel understood and you're part of a family, then you're like, okay, cool. Like I can relax a little bit into this because I don't have to live up to anybody else's expectations. I'm amongst people who get me, right? And then with movement is the only thing that counteracts threat in your body. So every time you move your joint, right, you actually inhibit or turn down or turn off the threat receptors in your body as well that are overloaded and flooded by MS. So every time you move, you turn down your threat and you turn up your relaxation and your body being like, okay, cool, I'm practicing this in the right way. I feel safe moving. So therefore your brain says, okay, I like moving. I now know where my elbow is because I've done 30 different elbow circles. I feel safer using that elbow. Because what happens with MS because of lesions is that the maps between your brain and your elbow or your brain and your leg or your brain and your foot or your brain and your bladder get blurry. It's like a major highway getting blown up. And then where's the traffic supposed to go? Well, if your brain doesn't know where the other roads are, how is traffic supposed to flow? How is neurologic signaling supposed to flow? So that's what we do in the MS Gym is we build your brain. We help your brain access new neurologic pathways that go to those same muscles, go to those same joints to help them move. And by moving those joints that are affected by MS, that effectively starts pouring coffee out of this mug, decreases your threat. So your brain has more availability to learn instead of just to survive.
Mm.
So de-stressing yourself, taking time for yourself, breathing exercises, mindset stuff, connecting in with good people, and exercise are amazing ways to decrease the threat in your life, because every single time your threat bucket floods, you probably will have some kind of symptom. So that's the whole concept of threat bucket.
Look, I not only do I know everything you're saying is 100%, I feel everything that you are saying is 110% because I'm
Mhm.
living it. My
Right.
friends are living it. The people that I text all over the country and now all over the world
Yeah.
live it. So the only way that one can know it for themselves is that they have to live it for themselves. And even if
Right.
it's only a little bit at a time, because a lot of at a time feels strange and feels, I don't feel like doing this anyway. No, just give
Yeah.
me a little bit, give me a little bit.
Yeah.
Over time, you're gonna get a lot, and you're gonna have a lot of wellness because of that.
Hmm.
Coach Trevor, where can people find you on the interwebs?
The interwebs. The best thing to do is to go to our website, which is just www.themsgym.com. And if you go on there, basically we have a link up top in a little menu that has, it's a link tree, and it has links to every single resource that we have. So I mean that we have a podcast, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have a free Facebook group, we have the membership site, we have all kinds of stuff all over the place, right? And that's the best place to go. And again, like I said, is it's up to you what you want to do first. Like I would encourage you to try this before you buy this, so to speak, right? You need to know that I'm your guy. You need to know that you like my vibe. You need to know that like what my personality is, because I don't care what you do, whether you follow the MS Gym or some of the other exercise sites out there, which are good as well. Find the right person for you. Find the right energy for you. Like, just because we're getting a lot of results in the MS Gym doesn't necessarily mean that you take all that from me well. And that's fine with me. Like there's so many MS people out there. Like I will never be able to get to all of them. So
Hmm.
find your path. But the one thing that I would want you to take away from this message is movement and mindset are the keys to your freedom. Because if you strengthen your mind and you strengthen your body, those little habitual changes in how you move, how you think, how you live, like Damian was just talking about, are going to lead to a cumulative effect of you completely transforming your lifestyle. Like Rome wasn't built in a day. Like the yellow brick road wasn't built in one day. There was brick by brick, building by building, person by person, and that's how you have to think about it. So, that's our website. It's right here, themsgym.com, and you can find whatever you want there.
Look, I happen to think of myself as a fine Roman statuesque person, and this was not built in a day, and
You
neither
are
was
pretty gladiator-esque, man.
you know what I'm saying? Look at me, I'm huge.
Yes.
But Rome wasn't built in a day, and you're in a certain place with your health. Your wellness will not be built in a day, but continue to have faith, continue to keep the people around you that pump you up, that yes, you will get better, and continue to have faith that you will get better, and you will get better.
That's right.
I'm proof. For the people around me are proof. The people that are watching this right now are proof. Please leave us
Right.
some comments. Tell us some things that you have overcome little by little by little, or
Yeah, share your victories, man.
yeah, or you have seen yourself go from one place of movement to another place of movement that you never really thought that you could have even been there, but you just started. And look at what
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah.
you know Please leave us messages and comments and stuff like that in the comments below. I gotta say, Coach Trevor Wicken, an honor, a pleasure, and thank you so much for giving us some of your time today and speaking with us here. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure being with you. It's a pleasure kind of just starting this whole relationship with you. I've seen you like verbally and on words, but to see you face to face and interact, man, it's a pleasure. I see you as a leader for this entire community, not only for MS Views, but just as a person, as a human being, as a man. Like you're leading the charge, dude. So I really have a lot of respect for you. For all of you guys listening right now, all of you MSers. I know some people don't like that word, but sorry. So people with MS, right? People following. You guys can do this. If I know you can do it. I've seen it through thousands and thousands of people over 20 years of practice and me overcoming my own neurological condition with Lyme disease. Like I like 3 years ago, I couldn't walk for 6 months. My feet didn't work. I had immense pain. My bladder was going, my ears were going, my eyes were going. I was depressed. I was anxious. And the same stuff, like Damian just said, the same stuff that I'm using with my peeps is what I use to get out. And he and I both are living proof that you can overcome this, that the body can heal, and that you can transform your life. But you've got to stay committed to the process. You've got to embrace it as a process. This is not a get fixed quick anything. And it can be transformative. Like if you were just given healing today, it wouldn't really change you as the person you are, right? But by toiling and going through this and really having that discipline and that grind and that fight in you, every single small victory that you get, you've earned. It wasn't given to you, you earned it. And that builds character, and that builds endurance, and that builds value in yourself. And I really see so many people in the MS gym becoming proud of who they are again. And that's one of the greatest victories that I could ever ask for. So it's not about just healing your muscles and all that. It's about healing your heart, healing your mind, and healing your spirit, man. That's why we're here. So thank you so much, Damian, for asking me on. This was a pleasure. I got goosebumps right now, just even thinking about everybody right now.
Right now, we out here, son.
We done. Let's do this.
Yeah. No, I am. Thank you for giving me some of your time and giving people who are watching this out there in the community some of your time.
Absolutely.
I can't. It's beyond appreciation. I couldn't even say a word. But no, thank you. The gratitude is huge. And
Absolutely.
Everybody out there watching, please subscribe. But please go to the website for learning more about MS programs at msviews.org. And we will catch you here some other time on the next MS Views Now.
All right. See you guys.